What if I told you the greatest player in Milwaukee Bucks history might be traded? For Karl-Anthony Towns. You heard that right. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the two-time MVP, NBA champion, and face of an entire city, just shook the basketball world with two simple words. We'll see. And those words weren't whispered in private. They were spoken live to millions during a Twitch stream with iShowSpeed. When asked directly if he's staying with the Bucks, Giannis didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He said, probably. We'll see. And in the high-stakes poker game that is the NBA, we'll see is code for get ready. Because behind closed doors, the whispers are already turning into calls. And one of those calls, it's coming from the Big Apple. New York Knicks executives are reportedly circling Giannis like sharks smelling blood in Lake Michigan. But that's not man locked in. He didn't say, absolutely. He didn't say, I'm a Buck for life. Instead, he smirked. Then dropped this little time bomb. Probably. We'll see. And that was it. The entire NBA world froze. Because if someone asked you, do you want $1 million? Would you say, probably? We'll see? Of course not. You'd scream, yes, give it to me. So, why didn't Giannis say the same about staying with the franchise he led to a championship? Why the hesitation? Why those? Executives checked cap sheets. And the Knicks? Oh, the Knicks didn't just hear it. They felt it. Because this wasn't just a vague comment from a superstar. It was a window, a crack, a moment of truth. And when players of Giannis's caliber give you a window, you kick it open. But Giannis didn't stop there. He doubled down with what he didn't say. No, I love Milwaukee. No, I want to retire a Buck. Not even a, we're building something great. Nothing. Just a vague shrug and a very carefully. So are the Heat, the Lakers, the Thunder. But nobody's watching closer than New York. Why? Because the Knicks are built for this moment. They've spent years playing the long game, loading up on first-round picks, collecting team-friendly contracts, and building a gritty playoff roster without selling their future. And now, they're sitting on a war chest, and they might finally be ready to open it. Insiders are already whispering names: Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, Quentin Grimes, and now, even Josh Hart. Yes, Josh Hart, fan favorite and energy guy, might be included in a trade package to bring Giannis Antetokounmpo to Madison Square Garden. And don't get it twisted. Hart isn't just a throw-in. He's a time. Let's take a hard look at what Giannis is working with. Kevin Porter Jr., talented but inconsistent with off-court baggage. Gary Trent Jr., a solid shooter but streaky and not a difference maker. Kyle Kuzma, flashy stats, but how many meaningful games has he won? Miles Turner, a stretch five who disappears in big moments. Bobby Portis, tough as nails, sure, but he's a role player, not a co-star. And the bench? Andre Jackson Jr., A.J. Green, Chris Livingston, Tyler Smith, Jericho Sims. If you took Giannis off this roster, you're not looking at a play-in team, you're looking at a lottery team. Bottom 5 in the entire league. That's not speculation. That's reality. And Giannis knows it because he's been, and every wasted season from here on out chips away at his legacy. He's not some second-year player hoping for a breakout. He's a two-time MVP, a former Defensive Player of the Year, an NBA Finals MVP. He should be stacking banners, not bouncing out of the first round. And Milwaukee, they're not giving him the tools to do that. Worse yet, they tried. They pushed their chips in when they traded for Damian Lillard, only to stretch and waive him less than a year later. Now, they've got $20 million in dead cap space tied up for the next 5 years, all for a gamble that exploded on impact. That's not a winning strategy. That's desperation. And it gets uglier. The Bucks have almost no flexibility moving forward. They're sinking, slowly, painfully, and right in front of their superstar. And Giannis, he's watching it all play out in real time. He's watching the league shift. He's watching super teams rise. He's watching younger stars, Luka, SGA, Tatum, start to own the spotlight. And he's stuck on a roster that looks more like an experiment than a contender. So, let's not kid ourselves. Giannis isn't just thinking about the Knicks because of iShowSpeed or New York nightlife or taxes. He's thinking about the Knicks because they can win. They have the assets. They have the cap room. Is the question. What's stopping Giannis? Because if Milwaukee can't build around him and the Knicks are ready to go all in, maybe it's time he makes the move that changes everything. Think about it. Brunson and Giannis running the pick and roll? Giannis in transition at Madison Square Garden with 20,000 fans exploding? This wouldn't just be a good team, it would be a terrifying team. The kind that keeps opposing coaches up at night. The kind that makes free agents pick New York again, to crown or criticize him. He's given everything, his loyalty, his body, his brilliance, to a franchise that had no identity before he arrived. He made them champions. He made them matter. But now, the weight of history is calling. This isn't about betrayal. It's about evolution. It's about a player who's climbed the mountain once and realizes he might never get back unless he changes his path. So, here we are. One of the greatest players of this generation, maybe of all time, is standing at the edge of something bigger. And now, the entire NBA waits, and the league as we know it explodes. Milwaukee starts over, the Knicks ascend, and Giannis, he doesn't just play for greatness, he becomes it. But until that moment comes, we'll see. What do you think? Should Giannis stay loyal and ride it out in Milwaukee, or take destiny into his own hands and build a legacy in New York? Would a Giannis-Brunson pairing be the best duo in the NBA? Would the Knicks finally bring a title back to MSG? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. Smash that like button if you believe Giannis deserves better. And don't forget to subscribe to Above the Rim TV for more high-stakes NBA breakdowns, rumors, and deep dives every week. If a Giannis trade goes down, we'll be live, breaking it all down in real time. Don't miss it. Don't sleep. The next era of the NBA could be just one we'll see away. Never flinches. We'll catch you in the next one.